Part two, guys. Okay, these characteristics are mental and physical, and they are the embodiments of the overall homeostasis of man. Most people do not get past or master these two steps to attain the third psychosocial. Remember, tangibility is the basic component of humanity. This can only be remedied through instruction and progression to the other levels. The psychosocial premise is the comprehension of the interaction between you and yourselves. It cannot even perceive me hardly conceptually. If you cannot even perceive me hardly conceptually, especially physically, but you interact physically and mentally and emotionally with each other every day, how would you honor me and my wishes? For in my eyes, I am nothing. But is this so? Forecast your perception to respect that in which you cannot see, and especially your kind in which you can. Assimilate morally and adapt logically within the confines of goodness. Level 2. This level is discernible by the realm in which to inhabit is complex. These matrices is consistent of numerical mitosis, or as mathematically inclined, nipotence. If you were divided into yourself, you would find the spirit realm minus the physical. The constant dividing of something will lead to itself or its opposite empty set of rationales, zero. This is not an empty set. This is a holistic approach to understanding the interior of man. It takes a non-typical student of life to reach this point. If you were to master this, you would be considered in high respects of normality. The spirit, is zero, and it does exist. Celestial net forces, good and bad, are its forebearers. This is the abstract principle of choice one. Virtues. These consist of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Love, the caring of others and yourself. Truth, directness and contemplation. Peace, tranquility in nature. Freedom, liberty, and responsibility, and justice. This backs up the prior four with fair practice and meticulous discernment. Morality is what the characteristic personifies, and I personify it. Morale is essential to development. Without this attribute, the prior and the forward information will dissolve these formulas into useless gook and decompose. There are those fools who do not believe me. You will find out. Potential. The universe is made of potential. The multiverse is made of potential. But where is the skill to accompany it? This we will find out later. But now research the underlying theme and potential. I am potential. The ability to have flexibility to do anything, everything, and nothing. The more we do nothing. The less we do something. At the start, there was only potential, a concept of thought that sparked the practical way. At the start, there was only potential, a concept that started the practical way. The existence of creation, not a big explosion. You have the potential, my friends, employ it. This is the preparation. We have arrived to skill. These are ways to civilize you, make you alive again, because for long bouts you have been dead to the world, dead to me, and ultimately dead to yourselves. Potential is nothing without knowing how to harness it. That is skill, practice, mastery, and repetition. Perfect practice makes perfect, not the retrograde of this. Utilize your potential to amass skill and use skill properly to ascend to another higher level. That level is level 3. Predicate of insight, being able to see the future from prior events. Psychic, not even remotely, but logically separating what is probable. Probability is akin to me. Understand probability, you will begin to understand me. Intelligence, most individuals believe that the majority has entitled intelligence. This is a falsehood, for true intelligence is common sense. The majority does not possess this. less than 1% of the history of humanity has ever attained something known as true knowledge. If you handle this, you have a huge advantage. Beware of miseducation to the masses. Subliminal is to reach a low frequency, to regimentalize entire populations in uniformity without permission or consent of the public. I definitely do not like this. I will orchestrate science to reach you a basement, the thresholds of the abyss will be eternally and externally yours. You beware of time. Corrosives are not your friend and are thereby unbecoming of you. Hegemonic rhymes with demonic, and you will see I am too a rapper, a rap artist of sorts. Precisely, I will illustrate it now. Give accolades to the higher self of me, denounce the lower self of me. If I were edible, I'd be Pizza Hut. The competition is just showbiz. And I'm not talking about Hollywood, or am I? Think. You. See how I came at him. I know you have it in you, for you are in me. Awareness. Be aware at all times. Denounce paranoia. Next, understanding acceptance of constructiveness and acknowledging completely the truth in all respects. When reality hits, it will be knocking at your door. Will it be too late? It does not have to be. Stay away from the greater affectation of the societal revolutions. Cultivate understanding in everything you do. Stray not from the path of integrity. You have gauged perspectives that most can only involve in reverie, but the journey is not yet over. In the conclusion of the third level, you have recited in yourself the perspective mastery. The fourth level, transcendence to the great beyond. In this earthly facility, all things come to a termination point. Whether it be Armageddon in June the 6th of year 2013, there will be a new renaissance and a new awakening. Old names will appear, names not quite portrayal. Amun Ra, or other awakened, and awoke. Wait for Ashland's return and emit with thee. This transformation is coming and is waiting for you as the transcendence of the Egyptian cranial structure at birth. Levitate with me and with us. By doing this, you have left all else genuinely. You have left all else alone and on another plateau. Transcendence, my friends. Be like hot air and rise above. Be genuinely blissful. Be genuinely blissful, happy, and participate in your spatial transformation. The fifth and final level is eternal consciousness, prosperity. The ultimate, the finalized procedure of completion can only be summarized as amazing enlightenment, perfect intentional self, true self, space not enclosed by demarcations, the way we are, the way you were intended to be. This is your true self, with no limits to restrain thee. There is no place to go but space. Try to achieve this goal, and you are considered superhuman. Though achieve this goal and tyranny becomes you, your manifestation of judgment will not be pleasant, for you still need me. Your third formula, the MSC principle, the multi-service establishment. With this formula, you will gain self-sufficiency. The primary distinction that a multi-service establishment opts to obtain is the indubitable recognition of mastering certain allotted criteria allocated by proper peers in such governing bodies, mainly to achieve every possible goal and to complete every possible assignment to the summit of excellence. A multi-service establishment is also an organization that conducts various types of contractual agreements and obligations to suit the necessity of the clients. Since we have determined the verifiable credence of a multi-service establishment, We can further delve into how it disproves contemporary math of your day and its measures to ensure the accuracy of the future. Yes, math is wrong. Your math is wrong. The bias of math is wrong. The lack of understanding the zero factor is its bias, and this is wrong. If you figure out zero, if you figure zero out, you will figure me out. And your design was originally for this, but has reneged on this feature. The correct term for math is unity, unification of mating derivatives. If you people cannot mate and unite as one, you would amount to nothing. Math is to teach you unity, unifying me. The Devillian one is a sinister recluse and a prankster. It, as it were, would have conflicting interests of images toward me. Defy. Okay, guys, and we're almost out of time, but we have about 3 more minutes. We're going to get as much into this as we can. Defy him and cherish my creations, the original creation. They are my medium. Respect them, follow them, love them, for they accommodate you, and you are to accommodate them, for they ultimately accommodate me. Remember, words too have weight. This is your convenient covenant to me. Remember, the evil one is the black one, the one who is intertwined in himself. There is nothing foreign of this, but supernatural. In dreams, they are an elongation of thinking, for the brain never stops. I never stop. I never stop. Your leader of the world should read a scientific letter pertaining to organic. Read it and understand its analysis. There are only 2 levels and 2 dimensions, and they are one and the same, 0 and 1. Everything else are manifolds within these vectors. Do not be stirred by mood modifiers, but the profoundness of modification. 0 is the sustainer of worlds and lives alike. 0 is the formula for interdimensional transport. It is your mechanism to get to me. Your universal arm, hyperspeed around a circle, 0, or around a circle, 0 or 0 in a straight line is his mechanism. With this, you can accomplish anything. Let me read that again. Hyperspeed around a circle or 0 in a straight line is its mechanism. With this, you can accomplish anything. As previously stated, the truth about math is that there are only 2 numbers in existence. All others are a gross miscalculation to confuse you. From now on, there are only to be this depiction of math. And there's a symbol. I want you guys to see this. That's the symbol. The symbol right there. That's the symbol. Almost looks like a P, but there's actually a different symbol there. All right, guys, time is coming to a close.